Guys, I'm Jeff the Homestead Dad, and welcome to the Homestead. So this morning, I got up, I milked the cow, did a couple chores, and then I came over here and I pounded some posts in and I started getting the fencing done. I'm not thrilled with the fencing job. I'm kind of having, I don't know if I told you, but I went and I started looking for 150-foot rolls of 2-foot or 3-foot high poultry netting, chicken wire. Nobody's got it. In fact, Tractor Supply only had one roll of 3-foot tall by 50-foot long chicken wire. That's it. Menards didn't have it. Home Depot didn't have it. Lowe's didn't have it. I'm going to go over here because it's kind of windy. Rural King didn't have it. No place had it. I think either the production went down because of COVID-19 and all the shutdowns, or my more likely guess is that more people are gardening because they want more food security. So like the longer rolls are not there. And most of the places you can't even buy it right now. Like the only place I could find to order the 150-foot roll is on Amazon, and it wouldn't get here for like 2 weeks. Well, that wasn't gonna do it. So I'm putting this fence up. So I'm patching. When I put the posts out, I had centered them all and spaced them all, and they looked really nice. And then I realized that wherever the 50-foot ended, I needed to have a post. So I had to move some posts, and they aren't as nicely spaced anymore. But such is life. Function over form, I suppose. This, I'm hoping will keep the chickens out and maybe some rabbits. The problem is I'm kind of trying to flare it out at the bottom. Let me see if I can show you. So like you can kind of see here, I'm flaring it out at the bottom, so if they go up to the fence and start to try to dig, they'll just be digging in the fence. I might need to bury it. I might need to put some dirt on it. I might need to put some more stakes in it. I don't know. But if it keeps the chickens out and keeps most of the rabbits out, I'll be happy. I can also run a hot wire around it if I need to. We'll see what happens. But for now, this is going to be the fencing. And what I did for the gate is I left it big enough so that if I decide that the fencing works and this is a good spot for a garden, I can get the tractor in here without having to take all the fencing down. We'll see if that works. But I've got to tie it off to this corner post here, this post here, and then I think I'm going to do some sort of snap lock type gate and just pull the fence across here. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but hopefully it works well enough. And then I'm actually going to plant the stuff in here tomorrow because we're supposed to get down to the upper 30s tonight. So the rest of the family's on a bike ride. Actually, the oldest 4 or 5, and then my wife has the baby and the 3-year-old, and she's just driving to meet them at an ice cream place where they're going. Last time they tried doing that, they got soaked. They didn't actually get ice cream because everybody's cold and freezing and wanted to get home. Today is a nicer day, 65, 70 degrees. They're going for a bike ride. I'm going to get this done, tied off to these 2 posts, and then I'm going to go plant those birch trees, the river birch trees. They came yesterday, the ones that they had sent me the spice bush incorrectly. I'm going to go plant the river birch trees. Same thing, I'm going to use the Dibble. We'll see how wide the roots are. I might need to go too wide with the Dibble, but I'll show you guys how that works in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and finish this up. Done for now. You can see I put those snap rings, the dog collar things, whatever you want to call them, on here. Like I said, this is not an end-all fence. I can step over it, so I probably won't need to use the gate that often. The kids might, but I mean, just stepping over it will work just fine. I may string a wire, not even a hot wire, across the top, just to give the deer something else to think about. But for now, this is going to be it. We'll see what happens, and hopefully the animals don't get all of our stuff. When I planted stuff over here, we really didn't have that much that was taken by rabbits or deer or anything like that. So I'm hoping that that still remains the case. We'll see. And like I said, I'm not going to plant everything in there because we're going to have the high tunnel here soon. So let's go work on the birches. Okay guys, so we're down here by the drainage swale where I'm going to plant these river birches, but I wanted to show you. So the pigs who wouldn't come anywhere near people when we got them now see us coming and come over and running because they associate with us with food, which is good, which is what we want. So here's our river birch trees. They're 2 to 3 foot tall bare root trees, and I wanted to show you. So like this one, you see that root right there? That one will very easily go into the ground with 1 dibble's width worth of hole. This one, probably not as much. You guys can see it's a lot wider. So what I will probably do with this one is I will just take the dibble and go 2 wide. So I'll stick it in the ground like this, go back and forth, make a hole. I'll move it over to here, stick it in going back and forth like that, and make enough room for the roots. I could even go 3 wide if I needed to, but I think 2 will probably be fine. So let's go ahead and start planting these things. We've got 15 of them. I'll probably plant 7 on one side of the drainage swale and 8 on the other. And we'll just go right along where we put the spice bush all the way along down to over there. Guys, so I planted some along the other side, a couple here, then I skipped some spot because up here the dirt was just a lot harder when I planted the spice bush. So I skipped a little bit, kept on planting on the other side, and I stopped on the other side a little bit earlier and planted 3 or 4 down towards where it starts bending back that way. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I probably won't get down here and water them much. But the reason I planted them here was because when it rains, this is where the water holds. So hopefully I don't need to water them and they do well. We'll see what happens. 15 trees for like $75, I think, with shipping. Maybe it was $100 with shipping, but either way, it wasn't bad. Sorry, the wind is getting nasty again. I'm heading back up. The family just got back. We need to figure out what we're doing for dinner. And then there's a couple things I wanted to get planted in the garden. Some raspberries I just picked up from a friend today that they had too many of. Those will be fine, I think, overnight, even if it gets cold. So I'm going to plant those, maybe a couple other things. and then we'll see what else we can get done before it's time for bed. See you guys in a minute. Guys, so it's late. I got done what I'm going to get done. There are strawberries here. You can see in here, I've got somebody ready for bed. I put the strawberries here in the pots. I'm gonna plant those kind of later. I've got some more. I wanna plant some, a little strawberry patch. I planted some raspberries here in the ground. I'm gonna do everything else tomorrow. Like I said, it's supposed to get down to 40 tonight. So there'll be another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you and your family. And I'll see you guys in the next video.